all I eat is meat. Ribeye steaks, high in protein. It just seems to work.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of benefits to this carnivore diet.
What's going on, everyone? It's Aseel Soueid, and in this video, I'm gonna be attempting Joe Rogan's carnivore diet. Joe Rogan typically follows a carnivore diet at the very start of the year, and he's actually done this in the past for 30 days, and he lost 12 pounds in 1 month following this specific carnivore diet that I'm going to be attempting today. So this is going to be a day in the diet of Joe Rogan, carnivore style. So look, I really hope you all enjoy this video. Make sure you smash the like button if you do, and I'm really doing this in order to help you find what diet plan will work best for you, because I promise this is not a one-size-fits-all approach. Everybody requires something different, and they're gonna feel a different way following different kinds of diets. But what I do know is that if I, as a type 1 diabetic for the last 23 plus years of my life, can achieve incredible health and fitness, then I promise you can too as well. And I'll give you all the benefits to a carnivore diet and also show you whether or not you should be following it and what you can follow instead in order to ultimately find what you should be doing this New Year's to kick your fitness resolutions ass. Okay, now that I've got some caffeine in my system and I can function like a normal human being, let's talk about why you'd want to follow a carnivore diet. What are the benefits of it? Other than the guaranteed results of you never ever in a million years wanting to take a carb for granted ever again, what are the benefits to this? There's actually a lot of benefits. The main three really being the fact that you're completely eliminating ultra processed foods in your diet. So that's ultimately gonna allow you to not overeat nearly as much because you're not eating these, high calorie dense, easy to eat foods. Then obviously, as well as reducing inflammation because you're completely eliminating those ultra processed foods, which again, really does cause inflammation, especially nowadays with what we eat every single day. Then also it helps with glucose control. That means helping your blood sugars on a daily basis, which is very important when it comes to, stable weight loss and just overall how you feel. And trust me, I know that because I'm a type 1 diabetic. I've had type 1 diabetes the last 23 plus years of my life. I literally manually have to measure my blood sugar like 10 to 12 times a day, and I have to also take insulin to make sure I regulate out my blood sugars because I don't produce insulin whatsoever in my body. So I know how important that is, because when I have high or low blood sugar, I literally feel like shit. So it's cool that that kind of auto regulates yourself or helps you regulate that. But I'll have to say, me being a diabetic, probably not a good idea for me to follow carnivore, because when I do have low blood sugar, I gotta eat carbs or in the form of sugar to get my sugars up. So it kind of defeats the purpose of being carnivore. But anyways, guys, I'll discuss that later in this video. These are just a couple of key factors of why you might want to focus on the carnivore diet if those are three major problems that you have problems with. But anyways, starting off with some caffeine, aka an espresso. What you can drink on a carnivore diet is typically black coffee, tea, and also a ton of water. You want to make sure you're upping your water intake when you're following obviously any kind of diet, but this is very important. And I'll tell you all exactly why, something like black coffee or an espresso paired up with water will be very helpful in a carnivore diet. Okay guys, I want to show you all exactly what meal number 1 is going to comprise of. So we have some ribeye steak, eggs, literally just meat and eggs. However, not just normal eggs. These are the super nice eggs when they've got a chicken on the packaging. Like if there's a chicken on the packaging, that shit costs at least $15. And egg prices are already through the freaking roof. But look at these, man. They're like extra brown. You could tell they just came out of that chicken's coochie. Anyways, guys, we're going to have 4 of these along with the ribeye steak. That is all meal number 1 is going to be. So this diet is literally just meat, and then we got some eggs. Okay, if you guys ever watched that show called Botched, this poor steak is gonna be making a feature on it because I really feel like I totally botched this one. But we got meal number 1, which is gonna consist of a massive ribeye steak with 4 of those extremely overpriced $15 eggs. We're gonna see how these taste as well. I'll be honest, they're a little extra yellow than normal eggs. That's a plus, right? Oh man, yep, we got chicken coochie all over the steak now. They taste more organic. Honestly, they taste like eggs to me. But look guys, this meal is gonna be almost 60 grams of fat with 83 grams of protein and 0 carbs, obviously because it's a carnivore diet. Let's go ahead and see if I actually did botch the steak. Not bad. Very tender on the inside, little crunchy on the outside. Maybe Gordon Ramsay wouldn't approve of this, but Aseel Soueid does. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be meal number 1. Here's just a huge tip here. I wanna go back to why I was drinking black coffee and water at the very start of the day. It's because when you're following a carnivore diet, a lot of people recommend or advocate that you only have 2 or at most 3 meals in one day, because splitting a ton of fat and protein into 5 or 6 meals apparently does not sit so well in your stomach. It's a lot better, especially for your energy levels on this specific diet, to keep it either 2 meals a day or 3 meals a day at most, which is gonna be today's diet plan. However, I've also heard of the OMAD carnivore diet. I mean, you're really going balls to the walls there. You're doing OMAD and carnivore. Okay, I'm saying this right now on my YouTube channel, guys. May 2024 be the year that egg prices finally go down and every single one of you watching this video achieve your fitness goals this new year. I'm rooting for it. 2024. Let's make it happen. Okay guys, I just want to say one thing. I find it so soothing for somebody who has as much fame, power, influence, and money as Joe Rogan. I mean, literally a guy who's got it all and can get access to anything in the world resorts to a basic college meal for meal number 2. You are seriously making all the bros proud, Joe. Seriously, much respect, bro. Look, that's exactly what we got going on for meal number 2, man. We have 3 80/20 burgers along with hard cheese on top. So for those of you guys who are wondering, why are you eating cheese, dude? Apparently you can follow hard cheeses on a carnivore diet, and this is just Joe Rogan's diet plan we're following for the day. Don't yell at me, bro. So I'm just gonna go ahead and enjoy this, but I don't even think I'm gonna enjoy this, to be honest, because look at how greasy this is. I mean, 80/20, I don't even remember the last time I ate 80/20 ground beef, other than like having Five Guys or something, or In-N-Out right down the street. I'm pretty sure they use 80/20 meat. I typically eat 93/7. I'll be honest with you all, man, this is not gonna sit well in most of your stomachs. It's just too fatty, too greasy. I mean, there's almost 30 grams of fat per patty here. This is 1,300 calories with almost 100 grams of fat and 92 grams of protein. That is so much for the average person to consume in just one meal. However, of course, if you're following carnivore, you want to pick higher fat meats and of course high fat cheeses like hard cheese that's allowed in this diet, because you need a substitute for the missing carbohydrates in your diet plan. So here's a huge tip, guys. If you're following very high fat and little to no carbs, you want to make sure you're actually eating enough fat. If you're gonna eat low carb, make sure you're eating higher fat. If you're gonna eat low fat, make sure you're eating higher carb. And then protein, just eat high protein, bro, because gains. That's my only explanation for that. Gains. No, really, protein is just really important for retaining muscle, gaining lean muscle, and overall fat loss. But anyways, let's go ahead and give Joe Rogan's college meal a try. Wow, this is very greasy. I mean, it's good, just very greasy. Ugh, I don't know how you can eat all this in one sitting. We're gonna have to somehow train after all this meat and cheese. Wish me luck. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at how greasy. Seriously, I need all the luck I can get. Okay guys, so I'm currently at the gym. I want to take you all through a couple of my favorite exercises in my back and shoulders workout routine, so follow along. We're doing the dumbbell shoulder press first. Okay guys, so what I like to do is first hit shoulders, then immediately move on to back. So I'll go back to back, shoulders back. Shout out Drake. What I like to do is the T-bar rows with a plate. So really lift this up here. You want to go 3 heavy sets. This is really going to build thickness in your back. It's going to transform it, please. Guys, so next up we're going back to shoulders. So we're going to be doing some seated dumbbell lateral raises. I love this because it really keeps your form strict and it really targets the delts. So what we're going to do is show you a raw set. All right, we're raw dogging this set, as weird as that sounds. So we're going to be doing 30s for about 12 to 15, and as soon as we're done with that, we're dropping this weight, halving it. So 30 divided by 2 I think is 15. I was never good at math, but we're going to grab the 15s and do as many as we can, which is probably going to be like 10 to 12 reps. So check it out. Okay, that's 15 reps. We're gonna immediately go on to 15s, which is half the weight. Whew. Nine. Oh God. This is so much harder than you think it is, but trust me, try these out and you're gonna grow some bolder shoulders as a natural. Guys, so that is going to be the last back exercise that I want to show you all in the back and shoulders routine. So I love doing these rows with the machine, and what you really want to do is put this out and really overextend it so you can get that stretch and then really squeeze and retract your scapula. It's going to really grow your back. And just little tips and cues like that with these exercises I hope helps you go a long way. Do variations of these exercises 3 times per week. You're gonna grow. Look, man, at the end of the day, I'm not a bodybuilder, guys. I'm just a natural type 1 diabetic guy getting his ass in the gym, working hard, improving upon a physique. It just makes you feel really damn good. If you need help with that, you need routines like this, you already know where to find them. Check out my programs, my cookbooks, etc. Linked in the description box down below. I can't even breathe anymore, but I'd love to help you out. Anyway, let's go back, go home, get some more protein in, because that's what matters, right? That really didn't work out the way I thought it would. Now we got butter all over the place. Definitely never ever do that. Okay guys, so I'm back from the gym and it is very funny. Typically you get done with the gym, you go back home and you enjoy a very healthy low-fat meal, right? But today we're eating fat. We're eating protein, but just lots of fat. I guess it's like reverse psychology for gains, but we got meal number 3, aka the last and final meal of the day. And I kind of had to substitute here, to be honest. This is ground bison, and Joe actually typically eats bison steak. However, I could not find bison steak for the life of me around the grocery stores. I literally went to 3 different grocery stores on the way back from the gym. So ground bison it is. However, imagine this is a bison steak. So we cooked this in some butter, as much fat as we possibly could put in this meal. And yeah, I definitely botched yet again. Another freaking episode of botch. Very meaty and buttery and fatty. Okay guys, so I figured we'd spice things up a little bit to see effects of a carnivore diet on type 1 diabetes. Again, I am a type 1 diabetic. I have been one the last 23 years of my life. So I quickly want to measure my blood sugar and show you guys where I'm at. So again, I measure my blood sugar literally 10 to 12 times a day. Unless I'm wearing a Dexcom G7 or something, then that automatically monitors my blood sugar and tells me what it is on my smartphone. But let's just see what it is right now. I've had 0 carbs today, literally 0 carbs. That is unheard of for my diet. I'm at 116 right now. My target range is 120. Like 120 is perfect. I feel really good, and typically that's where I'm at. So not bad for 0 carbs. Insulin has really gone down, especially because I'm training and my body doesn't really know how to like react. But I still do have to take a little bit of insulin, of course, because you need insulin no matter what. Even eating 0 grams of carbs, your body does not produce it. You do need to substitute with a little bit of insulin as a diabetic, but I'm not gonna go into that because I know like 99.99% of you guys don't have diabetes, thankfully. We are dealt with the cards we're given in life, and we still make gains no matter what, diabetes or not. I literally have the meat sweats, but look, this ain't it. No. So I have absolutely no idea what's going on with me right now. I am absolutely buzzing. My skin literally has goosebumps. I feel like my spidey senses are tingling or something. I don't know if it's because of the proteins and the fats. Maybe it's just the protein sweats, but get this, the total macros and calories in Joe Rogan's carnivore diet consisted of 2,749 calories coming from 0 grams of carbs, 186 grams of fat, and 247 grams of protein. Look, I'm gonna keep it plain and simple for y'all watching this video, because you guys know I keep it real. I try to give you all as much sustainable and realistic advice when it comes to fat loss and muscle gain. I don't want to mislead you guys. Look, if you can't stick to a diet forever, if you can't look at something and say, this is something I can seriously follow every single day for the rest of my life, then do not do it. Obviously, every single diet is going to take discipline and you falling off and then getting back into it, but it has to be a lifestyle and it has to be something you actually enjoy 80 to 90% of the time, okay? And a carnivore diet is just not going to cut it for most people. Even Joe himself doesn't even follow carnivore consistently. I'm pretty sure he only does it like 1 month out of the year, and it's more just for experimental reasons. Find something that you can stick to, and for a majority of people that I see works, literally thousands of people that I personally coach that have seen the best results, it's been with a high protein, moderate carb, and lower fat diet. So I promise that's most likely gonna work for you. If it works for me as a type 1 diabetic and I see great results, and I've also literally helped transform thousands of other physiques with that kind of sustainable, realistic diet plan, then I promise it will for you as well. And it's also gonna be fun, because at the end of the day, this shit is a lifestyle. You don't wanna dread your next meal because it's gonna be full of fat and protein and 0 carbs. But look, I hope you all enjoyed this video. You found it helpful in any sort of way. Make sure you smash the like button right now. Let me know in the comment section down below what else you'd like to see. And smash, okay, don't smash the subscribe button, but just simply subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell right next to the subscribe button so you know when I'm uploading every single week. But thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see every single one of you in the next video.